Ladies and gentlemen, I got one of these for you. It's a spicy story time. Get your water, better be a tall glass, maybe some milk. Just make sure it's ice cold. Am I the astronaut for uninviting my sister-in-law from dinner when she is maybe sleeping with my estranged father? What in the what the? Is sleeping with who the? I, 32 female, hosted a dinner party for my wife's 33 family. Her mom, Libby, and her sister, Emily. I made 3 different appetizers, beef Wellington, and bought a nice bottle of wine, one my wife mentioned her family enjoyed. My sister-in-law was there and mentioned she had been seeing someone who she met at a trivia night, and then my wife changed the subject. I realized after a few minutes had passed that a few months ago, my wife told me her sister ran into my dad, not a good person, at a brewery trivia night, but she had said it was awkward and they didn't interact much. My dad's a piece of shit. I'm funny because of him, you know? Anyway, we don't want this man back in the picture. So I circled back to the topic and asked if she was going to keep seeing this man. She said she doesn't know, but that he's interesting. I asked her straight up if it was my dad, and she started to dance around it until I told her I knew about the trivia night, and my wife gave an apologetic look to her.
Oh, you busted.
Fast forward to last month, after some positive feedback about the dinner and assuming my sister-in-law got the message about the situation, we offered to host a spring brunch to celebrate the sunshine. I made strawberry muffins, freshly squeezed orange juice for the mimosas, perfectly poached eggs, and homemade jams.
I want to go to one of OP's parties. Can we do that?
Who knew so much talent in the kitchen could come out of a house of horrors? I was feeling proud and excited to eat with my wife and her family, but was not expecting sister-in-law to waltz into the kitchen arm in arm with Gregory, my estranged, abusive father. My wife had just let them in, didn't say anything, no warning.
You what the?
We've crossed into a new spicy territory. I'm sorry, if your spouse allows your abuser into your home without telling you, Houston, we got a problem. I pushed past them and just left. Just started driving. I cannot be around that man. I feel bad, but I didn't text my wife for a couple of hours, even though I saw her messages. To be fair, she knew where I was. We share a location, and she would see that I was in my sad place, a park 15 minutes away. She could have shown up, and I would hope she knew I wouldn't feel safe going back. So for our next family dinner, I obviously told sister-in-law not to come and said she could assume that applied to all future events that I will be hosting. Turned out that my mother-in-law lost it when she saw who sister-in-law brought into my home for brunch and has been on my side since. My wife thinks I need to consider long-term and that sister-in-law says that my dad is a decent human now and is making her very happy. Ooh. Even suggested that we, Gregory and I, talk it out so they can be happy. Your wife suggested this? Shit, OP. Your wife's mom is all you got. Somehow. Which gives me an idea. Talk to her about what your wife is doing and see what she thinks of that.
Let mama handle the biz.
My friends are on my side, obviously, but my wife and her sister are adamant that I am being dramatic. I know my wife would hate this if the tables were turned, and she has cut family off for less. I just said no more dinners. I put a lot of love into these meals, and my father doesn't deserve a single bite. That man, but not literally, Emily. So Reddit, am I the astronaut for uninviting my sister-in-law from dinner because she may be forming a very weirdly intimate relationship with my absentee dad and also brought him to brunch like he was a normal +1 and not a human landmine? No! You're not the asshole for uninviting her, OP. I have bigger concerns than your dinner parties for you. No amount of pebbling with dinner parties is going to matter because your wife doesn't respect the boundary that you have with your abuser. The one person who should intimately know, understand, and respect that. That's a problem that you have to address like now. And I'm serious about talking to mom because she was appalled at what your sister did. Maybe she'd be appalled about what your wife is doing and set her straight too. Just a thought. Joanne Harrison dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. I had a father like OP's and my husband has cut my father out of my life. My husband is my hero. See the difference, OP? Shay Shay says your wife condoning it makes it easier for sister-in-law to think it's okay. She's got validation. She's got validation, for sure. Surely. I mean, look, how many details do you need? OP was willing to tell Reddit his father was his abuser. That's all wife needs to know. To respect the boundary, right? That's it. Black hole for wife and sister-in-law. I am inclined to agree. Black hole you go.
To the black hole.
You would just cease to exist. Or live in a loop. We don't really know yet. These people are the worst of the worst. More so your wife for enabling this and validating it. Like, I think you really need to talk to your mother-in-law. And I'm really sad that that's all you have.